Hi folks, from the last video I showed you downhill beach. I'm only a mile up the road and we are now at Lions Gate, or more commonly known as Bishop's Gate, and this is the entrance to a large bishop's house. I have to go across the road here to show you, because these actual gates are huge. They're so big I can't get them in the shot here, like, but they're absolutely massive. I was never up at the house, so I'm actually going to go up to the house now. I'm going to have a walk around. I'm going to keep this video running because, as I said earlier, if I even pause the video, it turns into a separate file, and I do not know how to. I don't know how to separate them, or I don't know how to stitch them all together, because I haven't been able to edit properly. But those are things I'm learning as I go. This is the bishop's house. A friend of mine told me that up until many years ago, this big house was intact, and a lot of the materials had been stripped from it, which left it in ruins. I do not know the full history of it. I presume that there is. How to get into this gate? I presume that there's history on some banners and some signs around here, and if I come across those, I will show them to you. I'm going to look back here. The sun is in our way, but that's the actual pillars to the house. So this must have been a pretty nice pretty nice piece of property in its day, you know. I think the Bishop of Derry lived here. I'm not quite sure. As I says, I don't know much about the history, but you have to excuse this camera, folks. I'm still trying to get used to the flipping thing. As I said earlier on, I'm taking a whole day to do a number of videos and get in as much as I can today. Some of these places I've only been to once before, and I've never videoed them. I've only photographed them. So we're on the way up to the bishop's house. A lot of pain today, but I'm going to just keep going, you know. But I just want to turn around and show you over there. It's a kind of little, don't know what it is, but it's quite a fascinating, beautiful place here. We're not too far away from the house now. But we're blessed with good weather today. The last couple of days haven't been so good, and we have had rain, hail, snow, wind, and today it's calm and sunny. You know, it would have been a great day to get practice in on the drone, but I decided we would go and just explore this area. Excuse me, that my voice doesn't sound so good and I'm panting here, but I am in a lot of pain today, you know, but we're near the house now. Oh, this is bigger than I thought it was. You know, but as you can see over there, there's it's quite a beautiful place. You know, so we're almost near the house here now. It always attracts visitors. It's pretty busy during the summer here with tourists, because it's winter time. Not very many people are here. There's a few though, because it's a good day and it's a Saturday, so we're almost here, folks. This place is bigger than I thought it was. I wonder, can we get in? This place is fabulous. Right, I'm gonna show. Enough looking at me. Time to look at some scenery, folks. As it says, I've never been up this far. The last time I was here, I parked down at the gate. That's as far as I got because I was so sore. It is beautiful. It's a pity that it has fallen into this, because this was a grand place once upon a time. Can we go in? There's a big question. Oh, we're in. I'm going to let you read that, folks, because I'm not very good at reading on camera. Did you know the house was lived in by the Bruce family until 1922? During World War II, it was used as billets for RAF men and women. It was sold in 1944, after which it fell into disrepair. So it was pretty much intact until 1944, which is a shame. The Archbishop had a great sense of fun, sprinkling the corridors of the guest wing with flour last thing at night to see come morning who had been visiting, who in the small hours, I don't know. Right, there is a picture of it in its when it was intact. You know, so this thing's huge. It's hard to believe that it was still intact until 1944. Oh. It'd be cool to come down here at night time. Then again, you mightn't get in. The gates could be closed. I mean, this place is vast. It is massive. No, I think I get it now. This is actually a kind of an enclosed yard, I think. It is, yes. This is an enclosed yard. So the house spanned around this garden area. That's the way I can make it out now. So the main house is up here, and then there's wings down these sides and across, and there's a back entrance there, like. So that's pretty amazing. It's like a castle here. It's beautiful. As you can see, this area is just it's humongous, and what I see in front of me, I'm going to show you in a minute, is a building we seen in our last video that I have seen. Before I ever seen that building, I have seen so many artist paintings. I thought I would never get to see this building itself up close because I've got mobility issues, but we are so close to it now and we're going to see it today, you know. How you doing? Right, I'm gonna, before we go and see that, there's just this. There's other areas of the building in here. It's just hard to believe that this was intact until 1944. You know. You see a lot of the stone in those walls are kind of sea stones because they're rounded. You know. But I'm going to show you the other side. But as you can see, there is some tourists today. This place is just, it's just huge. It would have been a fabulous place back in the day. Here we are, and we're so close. I thought I would always be looking at this building from a distance, but I'm so close now. Might as well go and see, you know. Mark it off my bucket list. But today's turning out to be a good day so far. We are I think we're very close to Castle Rock, folks. So I think that's our next visit, our next in our next video, you know. I will just, before we go down there, I want to show you the scenery down here. So it's a beautiful coastal area here, like, and that's what we're heading for to see. Again, sorry for my lack of control of this camera. I'm still trying to get used to it, like, you know. But we are very, very lucky at the weather today, because it could be raining tomorrow, you know. But sometimes these unplanned trips are the best ones. Thank you. As I said, there is some tourists around today because the weather is good, you know, and people taking photographs and stuff, so I have to wait until I don't want to be caught up in their shots, you know. But as you can see, there's where we were, which is an absolutely fabulous place, like, and we're on top of a hill, surrounded by sea. But and you're going to have to keep the camera rolling, folks. As I said earlier, if I stop this or pause this, it just turns into a file, and I have to stitch all the clips together, which I haven't grasped the knowledge of doing at the moment, but I'm learning things bit by bit, you know. So while we're on the way down here, a big shout out to my friends, and hope you're all having a great day. These people are taking selfies here, so I'm going to let them do their thing, and then we will proceed on. But what a massive place. You know, I wasn't going to go up here today, seeing I was in a bit of pain, but I'm glad I've taken this decision to go now. But place I always wanted to be up close with, and I'm going to go do it today, you know. You will see plenty of pictures of this on the internet, and as I said earlier on, it inspired many paintings, and been taken by many photographers, and this would have been one of the big ones for the photographers, and people have travelled all over to get this shot, you know. So we're getting very close now. Just a quick look over here. There's a barge. The zoom on this is pretty good in comparison to some of my other cameras, you know. But after this, I hope get into the car, travel a little bit further, see what we can see again. And as I says, it's just completely and utterly unplanned, you know. As we're coming up to it now, I can see there was a lot of work put into this building, you know. There's a few tourists around today. It's a little bit cold, but it's not too bad, you know. It's dry. And we had some sun today, so.
That's right.
Don't think we're allowed to go any further than this, but it's a temple. I'm going to give you close-up shots of the what's written on this. Look at the craftsmanship into these pillars and around this roof. You don't get that today. You know, buildings go up pretty quick and you know, hassle-free. A lot of carving had gone into this. This is amazing. But, so it's a temple of some kind. I'm going to move down the side and see this. I'm going to move down the side to see what's on this plaque down here, and we could give us some information about it, you know. But pretty cool. And see up the top. That's amazing. So, and I'm taking the shot to prove that I was here. You know, what an amazing place. Beautiful, absolutely class. And it's one place to visit that I can mark off my list now, you know. So I'm going to go down and see some information on a plaque that's down here. This is kind of messy down here. Oh, there is windows. There's lots of writing around the top of this. We can just I'm gonna On a clear day, if you are really lucky, there is magnificent panoramic views from here to the west, the Gold Strands and Benone and McGilligan, to the mouth of Lough Foyle and the Donegal coast to the north, and the Scottish coast to the east, around the mouth of River Bann to Port Stewart Strand, Port Rush and Skerries, and the Causeway coast. Yeah, so I thought that was going to give me some information on this place here, but it hasn't. And we're on a cliff face, folks. And if you can see, I'll zoom in closely here. This is where we've just been, down where those apartments are on those cliffs. That's where I had just been, and that is in my last video. So if you want, go back and watch that. But where we are now is absolutely fantastic, and it's hard to believe that the railway goes right in underneath us here, you know. But this is what I see from here, and that boat that we were just tracking has just come into dock. You know, so so there you have it, folks. I made it, eventually. Something I said I would do for the longest of time, and now I made it. You know, so I'm going to leave it for now, folks. And I will see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, be good to each other, folks. Hopefully we'll see something soon now. Something's good soon again, because we only have a limited amount of light. So hopefully this is going to be good. So see you in the next video, folks. And as always, be good to each other.